Hey Dylan, thanks for taking my call.
Hey Dylan, big fan of the show.
Huge fan of the show. Love what you're doing.
Such a big fan of the show. I'm so glad to have a minute of your time.
Hi, Dylan. It's Robin.
Dude, Dylan.
Look, I cannot help you. I'm sorry. It's not hard to understand, okay? So here's my thought. You would be crazy to think that. Welcome into Hey Dylan. I'm your host Dylan here on the Dylanberry Network. Naming a lot of things after myself so I can say Dylan a lot. Today we have a very special episode, a March edition, March recap, you could say. Two very special guests with me on the show. I spent all last weekend with them. And I don't know if you've ever gone on a trip with people where, you decide meals together, you spend all day together, you drink a lot, you laugh a lot, you tell old stories. Usually the following weekend, you're kind of good to not see them, not talk to them for a while. This isn't the case today because Cody and Shay, I am so glad you guys are here. Cody, you got me fired up because you wanted to get on a mic, and we're here. We stumbled a bit, but we made it. We're here. It's March 29th. It is Sunday. Nice Sunday morning episode with the boys. Cody, how you feeling this March? We got a March Madness game on right now as we speak. Michigan is the score's 6-7 too. So I mean, this is fate. Cody, how you feeling this March?
Man, I'm feeling good. Time with the boys, vacation with the boys. Now we're talking podcast with the boys. Name a better March. I'll wait.
Hey Shay, that's a good point. This is could be one of the better Marches we've ever seen. I mean, we've seen a lot of good ones. I think Dave's bachelor party was a March.
Yeah, that was a March. That's right.
That was a good March.
Hell, you and I even stuck in the UFC fight in the March.
Hey, it happened, man. I saw Jeff Probst this March.
It's been
a big one.
It's been a very good March, and I'm very very grateful for it.
That's right. You guys did go. How was that fight?
Garbage.
Not great. Not great. Especially, I'm kind of glad we in the moment felt that it was not great because I then seeing everyone else was like, oh, this isn't great. Because when you're there and you have great seats and it's electric in there no matter what, and the lead up to that fight was supposed to be fireworks. Like that one, if you would have showed me all the main events in the first 4 months, I would have said that one might be the most exciting, and it was not at all.
Was not.
Yeah, I swear. Every fight was on the ground the whole time.
Yeah.
Every round, ground.
Yeah, I think some of the first fights in the main card were knockouts, but we also weren't hitting. True, maybe we can't hit bets, Shay, when we're in the building. Maybe that's just a rule we gotta follow.
That might be the case, dude. That might be the case. Hey, we didn't chase like last time though.
Not like last time, but we did a little bit. I think I did. I think I had a little bit I was chasing, but not a ton. But yeah, Cody, we are in the final games of the Elite Eight right now. Last weekend, we were in Vegas watching March Madness, got there for the Friday slate, Saturday slate, and left Sunday morning. Are you going to be able to watch March Madness the same after your experience in Vegas, Cody? Because between the setup and the wins, how's your perspective changed?
Yeah, so that was a once in a lifetime opportunity. Don't know if we could do some shout outs, but I'll just say shout out Lexi and Dylan. That was a good time. I think it kind of woke something up in me. I'm not gonna lie. Like some
What
people,
did it wake up?
Yeah. What's that thing? Exactly. I think my favorite moment of that trip, and there's a lot of good ones, man, but you know me, I could get stuck in my house, probably lean more introverted than extroverted in terms of getting energy. It was watching Shay, but then Dylan, you chimed in. We're front row on the couches, and I don't know how you all felt. I felt a little VIP. Was it feeding a little bit of ego? It might have been. And I watch when we hit some parlays, Shay just stands up, and Dylan, you follow to the entire crowd and just telling people to come on. That made my entire trip. And then
Hey man, shout out Utah State.
Shout out Utah State, but I mean, we could start because I mean, ultimately, we're recapping our Vegas trip from last weekend, and the big moment was like the first bet I put in, which was Kentucky -3.5, which like that's a bet. I know it was $55 for me, not a ton. That's big for me,
That's
but
big for you.
that's one I'm going to take to my grave as, dude, I'll remember 2026, that Kentucky, Santa Clara, man. That ending. I mean, I went and I just saw the Barstool clip. I hadn't seen it of the cave and how everyone went nuts for Santa Clara. We didn't have Santa Clara people necessarily near us, and we all knew we were on Kentucky. But, man, even just feeling the energy of that hit, I was like, this is March. This is it in a bottle. Like right here,
Yeah.
this moment was just electric. And, yeah, we hit some bets.
Because
We
you
don't
knew
always
once
hit
it went
bets.
to once it went to overtime, Kentucky was covering.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't
Dude,
want
and
them
then-
to win by one. Yeah, I didn't want them to win by one in regulation. I ultimately needed that to happen that way.
And then we had the Alabama over that had no business hitting.
That's another
No
one,
business.
It's just like it's little things like that when you don't think about it, like a meaningless three from a backup center with like 20 seconds left could like make or break your whole trip.
man. Dude, and there was like 4 something left, Shay. You can attest to this, but I looked at you and I was like, bro, we need 90 to 70.
And
We-
it ended
we need-
90 to 70.
And it hit perfect 90 to 70.
Yeah.
Because that over had no business hitting. Like we could
none
have
whatsoever.
we could have ripped that slip up at that moment, but I think we didn't.
We did no business whatsoever hitting. Dude, we hit 2 good parlays last weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them. Actually, I only hit one. If maybe we want to talk about that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the other one we did, you were still up at the room. That's awful.
I somehow
That was in the morning,
got
dude. That was tough. 9 a.m. that second morning. Man, I mean, it's crazy. We used to do those 2 a.m. nights and roll up to a brunch at 9:30, ready to go. Because man, yeah, being 31 out in the desert like that, I would say we still had a pretty dang good showing. But wow, I was feeling it all week. I don't know how you guys felt. I went to bed. At
I
like
felt
8,
it Monday
almost.
for sure.
I felt like Tuesday, I was definitely like, oh my gosh, it's still here. And then I just felt tired all week. But
Did you hit the sauna?
didn't hit the sauna. No, I usually do.
Yeah, but it was like.
Mo-
Oh, go ahead, Cody.
no, you go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, dude, Friday was a long ass night.
Yeah. Dude, and
It
I
was-
hit the road. We hit the road at 4:45 a.m.
Yeah, that's right.
I was
forgot
up for
about
almost
that.
24 hours.
Dude, but like going back to Friday night, it was what did I say? There's 2 different Americas out there, and we saw the other half tonight.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Shout out. What was that guy's name?
Jonathan, dude.
I don't know, man.
Oh, the DJ.
DJ.
I don't know.
Man. Yeah, I don't know, but that
He was he
that
had
was
that
quite the time.
he had that place in the palm of his hands.
In the palm, brother. He was yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
no,
I
yeah,
asked-
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say there was like probably 600 people in there. Would you guess? And
600?
600. What do you think? More?
I
Less?
think it was more than that.
More. I think
How
there's
many
a lot
people
more.
did you hold? She has no idea.
And it was packed, not
Dude,
like
it was more
to
than
the
600.
brims. Okay, what do you think? 900? Do you think it was more than 1,000?
I was thinking 1,200. Like, I feel comfortable saying
You
that.
think our graduating class? That's all.
Dude,
of them.
they were, waving each other.
Yeah, dude.
Well,
I think
no,
it was like 12.
Okay, so 1,200 people in there, and about 1,000 different planets that people were on.
Dude,
because
I asked my coworker who frequents raves. I was like, dude, I mean, I know why they have fans, but why does everyone carry a fan? He was like, because everyone's on drugs and ecstasy makes you hot.
Ray
so-
Volpe, shout out.
We might have been the only sober people there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Or
we
on
might have been.
drugs.
dude, and I'll say even like
How
as
many, Lexi?
sober. I mean, we were drinking, but
Hey, Zoo holds 2,200 people.
So,
So-
we're way off because that was packed to the brim.
so it was probably 1,900 then.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, because well then that was insane because like even as the quote unquote sober people, I mean we had been drinking all day, but like I even was like, damn, there's something going on here. I might not be tapped into it, but there is something great going on here, and it was a sick show regardless.
It
Dylan.
was.
I went on stage
Yeah, you did,
But
dog.
I wanted to. I don't know anything about this music. This
Hey, what's his name?
Ray Volpe. And what's funny is the DJ before him was also electric, and then this kid comes in and takes it to like level 12 on 10.
bro.
Like, out of
Ray
control.
Volpe. That's not a real person, man.
I almost
Yeah,
went on
but-
Amazon.
I think
I
a lot
almost
of
went on
people were like-
Amazon the next day to buy an outfit. I was like, this might be my new life. Crazy.
No, it was a good time though. I'm glad you guys can make it. I'm glad we had a good time.
Yeah,
it
full
was a blast.
full good time. Yeah, I mean, like, we ate a lot of good food at Resorts World, that theater, to the point where, like, Best Friend, it wasn't a feast, but it was still good. You still got to have a little bit of everything.
Dude, the food
Definitely
at Resorts World was pretty good, low key, dude.
It was, man, and we
For being
filled
like
up
free
on
like
it.
that, yeah, it was
Yeah.
it was good, man.
Dude,
Yeah.
truthfully, it was phenomenal. And it almost, like, I loved Best Friend. Loved everything about
It took it
I'd
away
go
from
back.
it took it away from
Yep.
that.
The Resorts World food took away my experience. I was really bummed I ate 24 chicken wings
Well,
to the bone.
yeah, dude, you clean those things up. Like, I was like, who did this?
You're like, no, hey, yeah, I was like, holy cow, dude.
But I will say, Cody, I feel like you'll have a chance to go back to Best Friend within the next 365 days. Maybe it's next
easy.
March. I think we're gonna run it. You know, like, it's an essential spot. I feel like we're always gonna hit Best Friend. Yeah, at least every other trip.
Gabby, on the way back, we're driving, which, truth be told, we'll never do that drive again. She goes, we'll do this every March. I said, absolutely. Like, she's like,
I like that.
listen.
Hey, dude,
Yeah,
it was
man.
fun. It was actually pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, the tables weren't great, but the sports bets were hitting, and man, the horse machine, it was a little chalky. They weren't giving anything.
Dude, the
anything
tables
spicy
did not.
with.
Dude, the only tables I hit were roulette when I hit those few numbers.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was only. I mean, Gabby hit that slot. I'm glad she got some beginner slot hit. That's huge. I think all the greats get an early slot hit. That's important for your gambling career, because you'll always think like, ooh, a slot's giving me a lot. Now I
Hey, we didn't end up
happen
we
again.
didn't end up gambling at Paris, huh?
no, we didn't do it because we were in good shape after that bottomless. I mean, after
Yeah,
hitting
dude.
Alexa's, we were in good shape, and we walked to O'Shea's. And then by O'Shea's, man, we were still in a great spot.
Dude, I think after brunch I was feeling better than at any point I did on Friday.
I agree, but going into brunch,
Yes.
dude, I swear to you, I'll never forget. I got heartburn. I'm 31 now. So I'm like, dude, I'm burning up from this champagne, struggling. And I look at you, and you're just in the trenches. And I'm like, this is what being with the boys is about. I can't let you be in those trenches alone. So did I have 6 mimosas like you? No, but I got 3 down. By 1 p.m., dude, I couldn't be stopped. Like, that brunch, I feel like set up our entire day for the rest of the time there. It was awesome.
Dude, yeah, the brunch really brought me back to life.
Yeah, Alexa's always a clutch spot. And yeah, it was a great trip overall. As far as the March Madness side of things, how have you guys felt the bracket played out this year? Ultimately, still a very chalky year. Iowa was really the only Cinderella, and they got stopped at the Elite Eight. Tennessee now tied with Michigan 11 minutes to go in the first half. What do you make of just the competitive nature of March Madness this year? What you
I'll
saw?
let Cody answer that because my bracket has never been more done.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I've had a lot of internal thoughts about March Madness. And there's so many directions I could go. One is, and maybe we'll discuss this, dude, I think we're truly done seeing a real Cinderella story in March Madness because of the NIL.
100%.
So I think you got to forfeit the idea of the Cinderella moving forward. There's too many 4 or 5 stars on the bench at all these major schools because they're getting paid. And
Yep.
you can't blame the kids, but so that's a huge takeaway of mine. I think that's why my bracket's done.
Bro, your national champion is still alive.
That's it. I think everything else is just bad picks. But yeah, what are your thoughts, Shay?
I think you're right. I don't want to say we're never going to see Cinderella again, but we're just like, I'm not quite sure how many more times we're ever going to see like the St. Peter's Elite Eight run. You know what I'm saying? Or
Hmm.
the Loyola Final Four run. That may never happen again unless it's just absolute lightning in a bottle. Which, not to say those instances weren't, but now there's just so much more spread out talent everywhere from NIL that it's like these bigger schools are just going to cannibalize everything. So, but with that being said, I think March Madness has been good. It hasn't been great in my opinion. Past years have been better due to the Cinderella factor. Um, we almost got a little bit of that with Iowa, kind of. But yeah, I do think it is good watching good teams left, but there is something to be said about watching a team that has no business being in the position in to play for the national championship. Dude, like what was it like 3, 4 years ago? The Final Four was like San Diego State,
Right.
San Diego State, UConn, and like another smaller school. And like that was kind of fun to watch because it was like, all right, they had a chance. Or like when NC State made the Final Four 2 years ago, like that was a fun run.
Dude, NC State
I don't
was so fun.
I don't necessarily think like last year was all one seeds. That wasn't fun. Was it good basketball? Yeah, but it wasn't fun. So
Hmm.
I think unless NIL changes, I don't think it'll ever go back to how it used to be. That's just my opinion. Like,
Yeah.
look at this year.
100% agree.
We're probably going to have 3 1 seeds and then Illinois. And Illinois is a 3 seed, they're a very good 3 seed. So, yeah, I don't know. It's
But
just,
I
it
I
probably will
think
never be like how it used to be.
yeah, I think part of it too with the NIL is you could pay all this money to these major schools, and these major schools have basketball players and basketball programs.
Correct.
Where like NC State, those were hoopers. And I'm sorry, but everybody wants to watch a bunch of hoopers succeed. Oh, that's why Alabama was pretty fun to watch this year. They had more hoopers than basketball players, in my opinion. I
Yeah,
don't
you're
know if that
right.
makes sense, like the difference,
Yeah,
but
like,
I
look
think
at,
that's
they had more. Yeah, you're 100% right.
yeah. So it's a different march. I think moving forward, we're going to see a
Yeah.
lot of good basketball, and I
Yeah.
think that's how you pick your brackets moving forward.
It's not
The
going to be
team,
fun. It's not going to be fun, but it's going to be good basketball,
Yeah.
if that
yeah,
makes
good,
sense.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, no, even I don't know, like I don't it feels like too they're not like standout stars like there were, like guys that make a name for themselves, whether even it's like Golke, like was that last year, 2 years
DJ
ago.
Burns from NC State.
Yeah,
Remember
DJ Burke. Even
Kansas?
even when I look at
Yes.
Michigan, I think of Trey Burke and how he could not miss that march. Like he would
Yeah.
be launching them, and it was just like, holy crap.
Dude, he was hitting
Um,
them from like the logo damn near.
Dude, yeah, and it was just like you felt like when he put them up, they were going in. I don't feel like we're seeing that a ton,
No.
but like, yeah, it's a different march. It's not a terrible one. There have been a lot of kind of good competitive basketball matchups and good close finishes, but well, yeah, it is wild that we see an Iowa and Illinois Elite Eight game. That is just like, is that program? Is that money? Is that like, oh shoot, now they can have great basketball programs because they can just pay for them. Try to scoop up these small schools like they did, and yeah, interesting march. Will be
Yeah, for
someone
Ill-
big win.
for Illinois,
As long as
gotta
it's
be
not
money.
U of A, I'm fine with that.
Do we know who the favorite is right now? Who like the
I'm pretty sure it's U of A. Let me look.
March Madness futures? I'm seeing national championship. U of A is plus 175. Duke is plus 310. So
That kills
that's
me.
all but automatic.
What do you have?
I see Arizona at plus 175, Duke at plus 310, Michigan also at plus 310, Illinois at plus 550. It's kind of interesting. Connecticut
I,
at plus 1200. That's
Dude, if I was a betting man, I would throw something on Illinois.
yeah. Well,
I mean, I
I
got
know,
them
Cody.
picked to
I know.
win,
Don't
but
don't.
no, hold on. But they have no shot against a Duke, a U of A, or a
Why
Michigan.
not, dude? They have the size. They can shoot. They play defense. Dude, the reason U of A is beating these teams the way they are is because they're so much bigger than everyone. Dude, Illinois is like the biggest team in the country.
Dude, they're huge. That's what. But I've liked them. Dude, they have a lot of Europeans. That's
Yes.
Duacevic, dude. He is a hooper. He's
Yes.
fun to watch.
Dude, the reason U of A, like, when U of A played Utah State last week, it was like a 4-point game with like 4 minutes left.
Yeah.
And the reason U of A won is because they were so much bigger and they just got killed inside and they couldn't Utah State could do nothing about it.
That kind of
Right.
feels like, I mean, this Duke team's been that way too. This Duke team has come out slow a bunch, and then they just randomly turn it on. And yeah, just older brother these schools. Yeah, it's wild stuff. But amidst March Madness, we also get we also get NBA playoffs starting up just around the corner here, and I mean, OKC looking pretty poised to make another run, do what they do. However, we got the 7 seconds or less offense host in the building. So, Cody, I got to know, this Suns team has overperformed this season. Their win total, I believe, was 23, and they hit it in February. Or was it 31? Sorry, 31, and they
31.
hit it in February. And now it looks like they will be the 7th seed in the play-in game, more than likely matching up against San Antonio.
Yep.
My question, this is the DBN, can the Suns be competitive in the playoffs?
No.
Will they be competitive?
They will not. Us three love the Suns. They have outshined and outperformed what anyone thought going into the season. They have a fun team. We watch them regularly. They're fun to watch. You put Booker against an NBA team for 7 games. We're one-dimensional. We cannot win in a 7-game series in the playoffs. Maybe get out. I can't see us beating San Antonio. They are fast-paced. They play well together, great chemistry. And if it's down to 2 minutes, I don't know if I trust our franchise superstar.
I don't. Okay. Do you mind if I jump in?
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, it should be noted too. Dylan Brooks has a hand in. Suns have not had a complete lineup all year because Jalen Green's missed a bunch. I mean, you never know with Booker's groin or hamstring if he's in or out. That thing is also signed to a max contract, and we've felt that before. But yeah, Shay, go ahead.
Should Devin Booker take a lot of the blame? Yeah, he's their star player. He's getting the most money, but he's being asked to do everything, and he's not really that guy. I mean, Jalen Green is awful. He's bad. He's a bad. I don't think Jalen Green is any good. So when that's your number 2 guy, you're already set up to fail. Because let's be honest, Dylan Brooks has no business being a 2 or 3 guy. And
Career
has he
year,
played
though.
like one
Career
this
year.
year? Has he played like one this year? Without a doubt. That is not sustainable, in my opinion, going forward. I think they got very lucky with how Dylan Brooks played this year when healthy. But outside of that, they don't really have anybody else. There was a reason their win total was as low as it was. They don't have a good roster, in my opinion. Like I said, I don't think Jalen Green's any good. Is he young? Can he turn things around? Sure, but at some point you got to make the leap, and he hasn't made the leap. Dylan Brooks, isn't this like a 1-year deal for Dylan Brooks?
I think 2. I
think
might be
it's 2.
wrong, but I think it's 2.
I think it's 2 as well.
Regardless, are they going to pay Dylan Brooks if he's like, okay, this is what I did this year, pay me now? I don't see the Suns paying Dylan Brooks that much money because he ain't worth that much money.
Shay, we might be wrong. He might be on a 4-year, $80 million contract.
I don't know,
We
bro.
might be
Someone
wrong.
telling me he has like an opt-out.
I got
Interesting.
Suns payroll, which I just love that, like, sports, you can look up people's payroll. It's unbelievable. Yeah, next year he's on the hook for 19 mil. We pay him 21 mil this year. Next year, 19 mil. So
Gotcha.
next year is the year. So honestly, we're in a great spot with that. Grayson Allen still has 3 years. Jalen Green, also next year you'd pick up that extra option. But yeah,
Let me ask you this. With someone like Dylan Brooks being, let's just call him our third option, maybe second, probably second. I'd prefer going to Dylan if he's healthy. in a 7-game series, can he have the same impact in the playoffs that he's had all season?
No, he can't.
I don't think so either.
I think
I think
I think the Suns kind of do they have their first round pick this year?
I do not think they do.
I don't either. I think Dylan's
Oh, let me
correct.
see.
No, they don't actually, because I'm playing NBA 2K and I started with the Suns. They have a pick that will be 29th. They have like someone else's pick that'll be
No,
a
they
late
have
first
their
round.
own. Oh wait,
Someone
I
else
don't-
had their pick.
Yeah, I don't think they have their own pick, dude. I think
hold on. Look at Washington will receive the more favorable of its 2026 first round picks, protected for selections 9 through 30th, and Phoenix's first round pick. Oh, these guys are. What were they thinking, bro?
NBA mock draft. That's what you got to look at and just see, are they on the mock draft list? And they're not, I don't think.
dude, good old Matthew Ashiba has really blown this program apart.
Ishbia.
Hey,
But
you
hey,
guys-
he played his ass off in that.
Hey,
Liberty
he's
game,
sure.
though.
He's saving All Star Weekend, dude.
Little pivot, and we'll get back on track.
Oh no, they
You
do
see-
not have a first round pick.
You see Ishbia, I believe is it the White Sox that by like
Yeah, the brother,
2031?
his brother.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you. I was shocked. I thought it was Matt Ashiba.
No,
Ishbia,
it's his
I mean.
brother, Justin.
It's his brother. Heard
Yeah,
it.
but
Heard it.
going back to the Suns, I think, well, not having, I was going to say, if they had their first round pick, I think they really kind of fucked themselves this year because they really should be having they really should be picking in the top 10. But the West has been, the bottom half of the West hasn't been as good as people thought it was going to be. So
Yeah.
I think they lucked into that along with some other things. So, if they don't have their first round pick, then fuck it, go, try and see what you can do. But I don't know, man. I don't think the roster's any good. I do think the coach is pretty good, Jordan Ott. I think
That's what I'm saying. They can overperform.
I think he's a better coach than people first maybe thought. But with that being said, I just don't think they have enough roster wise, and I don't know, man. I just don't think Jalen Green is any good.
Yeah, I imagine the Suns can get. I mean, if they play the play-in game 1, and then first round, I think they can bring home 3 home games from that series. I think they can win at least 2 games in a series. That might be good enough. But I mean, yeah, it's like there's no point in tanking if you don't have the pick. So it's like go for it, go play your hardest. And I kind of like that the Suns are in that position where it's not like, go and tank. But yeah, pretty wild. I mean, as I was talking about, I did download NBA 2K and I gave you guys a little bit of this prompt here because I thought it was an interesting concept they opened with. A lot of these games these 2K games. Spike Lee directed one story. Michael B. Jordan, Oscar winner, was in a 2K game before he won his Oscar. Shout out. But they do this thing right at the top of right when you start to play the game. You're facing off with SGA. He's the cover athlete. And he says something along the lines of, like, I would never lose if I was in, this lineup. And it makes you match up your lineup with his lineup. And I thought that would be an interesting debate. SGA took Michael Jordan. He took Allen Iverson, Dirk, and Shaq. Pretty stacked starting 5. And then basically 2K allows you to pick your 5, including yourself. I was a point guard, so I kind of rounded out my team with the 14 options that they give you. I was curious how you guys would build it out. I'd like to hear 1 to 5 what your lineup was, what you picked, and why you went with it. It's interesting, too, because this is a conversation. This would be a debate, a really good debate anywhere. But the fact that it's also the video game, that you're playing the video game, and that makes a difference, too, because how these certain players move really impacts how you want to use them, I think. So I thought that was interesting. What I went with as a point guard, I took LeBron, which it was the LeBron 2013 Miami Heat LeBron. I did take who else? I did take Kevin Durant. It was a Thunder Kevin Durant, power forward. I did take Steph Curry because if you have a automatic green, I love that out of the 3-point line. And then I did take Jokic because Jokic, I think with the Shaq matchup would be good. Also, just the fact that he spreads the floor out so much, which is crazy because there are Larry Bird here. That looks like Kareem's here. Wemby's on this list. Kevin Garnett, Magic, Luka, Dwayne Wade, James Harden. I'm curious how you guys would have built out your team. Cody, we'll start with you.
Let me ask you this: can Shay and I go what position we are, and then we'll start with shooting guard. Him and I will pick, and then move through.
No,
that.
dude, just tell me your whole.
Just the whole 5. Okay. Can I be a 3? Can I put
Yeah,
myself
let's
in the corner?
Let's say you're the small forward. Deal.
Okay. I just want to be in the corner, just gone. I'm probably gonna have to put Steph at my 1. We're talking prime, the best point guard ever.
I think it's 2016 Steph or 2015.
Yep. Okay. For my shooting guard, I'm probably gonna put in there. Man, dude, I'm gonna put James Harden. Lethal, but I just think he's a really underrated passer. In fact, I think he's one of the best passers we've ever seen in the NBA.
Yeah.
Him off a pick and roll at my 5 with Wemby, I think is dangerous.
Wemby at your 5.
Yep, I'm putting Wemby at my 5.
Is that an anime brother pick or what is
That it might be a little Buddha in him, a little anime. And then for my 4, I'm gonna have to put at the top of the key type of 4. I'm gonna go LeBron.
Wow. Okay, so Steph, James Harden, you, LeBron, and Wemby. Okay, so you and I both have Steph and LeBron, but you with Wemby and James. That's cool. I like that. I don't hate it. Now go into Shea. Kobe also was not available here. I think if Kobe was on here, I think I would have swiped him up, but he's not.
Okay, with me, am I my current height?
No, you get to play however you want to play it. You could, like, let's say you were downloading 2K and they're like, you get to be a my player in whatever position you want to be. It's like doing like quarterback or whatever if you're playing college football. I did point guard because I always like being point guard. Yeah,
I'm going to be a shooting guard.
Okay, great.
I'm going to have Braun as my point guard. I'm a bit of a James Harden, Larry Bird hybrid. So
Just in life.
Do with that what you will.
Game aside.
What's funny is I know you believe that 100%.
Does.
Okay, so I'm gonna have Braun as my 1, me as the 2. For my 3, I'm gonna go Kevin Durant,
Yep.
and then I'm gonna go Jokic.
Giannis and Jokic, some length there, which is good because I mean, like I said, he's got Shaq and he's got Dirk, so like that you are also thinking about.
Oh wait,
those
is
things.
Shaq on here?
No, he has Shaq. Shea,
He has Shaq.
SGA.
Oh,
picks Shaq.
okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, those are all pick. Ultimately, it ends up letting you do like it's like 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and you're those two teams, and you play it out, and it's honestly pretty beatable. But I just thought it was interesting how you could build the team out.
It is kind of weird. Why isn't Shaq on that list?
Well, no, because he took Shaq.
Who else did he take?
He took Shaq, he took MJ, he took Allen Iverson, and he took Dirk. So it's like 3 guards. So MJ's playing like the 3 there.
I'm running him out of the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot take. AI is where he lost it. Love him.
No, it was weird because AI is the first one they show. He's like, Allen Iverson. Well, it's weird. He starts and he says something like, well, I'm the point guard, obviously. Then I'll go AI. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's odd. But
Well, AI was primarily technically a shooting guard in the NBA.
oh, really?
So,
I thought
yeah.
he was point guard.
Like on Denver, he was shooting guard. And then honestly, I think, Shay, correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of the 76ers, he technically was a shooting guard.
Nah, he was a point guard.
On the 76ers?
Yes.
But
Yeah.
Denver, he was a
Denver,
shooting guard.
he was more of a shooting guard.
Got you.
I think this is a draft for another time, so we'll put a pin in it. But I think doing unlikely jerseys draft, like picking jerseys, because I think an Allen Iverson like white Colorado or Denver jersey was sick.
What
Like,
about a
just
white?
like-
What about a white Allen Iverson Pistons jersey or a a a, a blue Grizzlies Allen Iverson jersey.
Yeah. See, anything like that. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Obviously, like the education reform jerseys, like a Clippers jersey. That one, those jerseys. I want one of those too. Oh, speaking
Dude,
of the Clippers, okay, this is
Cody,
funny.
why don't you buy one of those on eBay, dude?
I should. Hold on.
Education reform.
Dude, they got a ton. There's like stop racism.
Say
Like-
her name. Yeah.
and
No,
it's
no,
like
but
the
I
most
wanted-
obscure players too.
Okay, so this is great. The NBA season is coming to a close, and I was at the Los Angeles Clippers home opener, and I was given a T-shirt with that roster. Now, let me also say, at this Clippers home opener, Chris Paul was cheered like none other when he came on the court. He was coming off the bench. The crowd went nuts, but we were handed this shirt, and now I think this shirt is cursed because – I mean, everyone's been traded on the Clippers. All right, take a look at this. You can see Bradley Beal's on there. James Harden, of course, is a Cav now. Chris Paul, retired. Bradley Beal, of course, he robbed Phoenix. Brooke Lopez, he's still there, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It's just I don't know. I was hoping it kind of will age well, I guess, this shirt, but. I don't know. Shout out the Intuit Dome.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy that like Harden's gone.
Derek Jones, is he still?
I think they still got that Benedict kid.
Hey, I got a question for you guys.
Chris Dunn. Fandom lives here. Go
What's
ahead.
up?
At what point are teams going to realize that Kevin Durant's the problem?
Hey man, Kevin Durant made history last week. First ever double-digit overtime comeback, or something like that. Whatever
The
that was.
Rockets are a mess.
Yeah, they are. But Rockets Lakers is probably the sexiest first round matchup you could ask for.
Are they on a collision
Is it?
course?
Yeah, they're 3-6. Denver and Minnesota would be the 4 and 5 matchup right
Hold
now.
on, let me see this real fast.
It'd be Thunder and likely the Clippers, and it would be the Spurs and likely the Suns.
All right, hold on. Here we go.
Hey, are you saying from like
No,
on the
wait,
court
Dylan, I'm looking
problem,
right
or
here. Oh, I see what you're saying, Dylan. Wait, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Cody.
Are you saying like KD on the court problem, or are you more so, which we'll never know? Like it just seems that every team he goes on, there's no locker room chemistry.
Yeah, it's more so that I think. I mean,
Bro, I think it's more of like he sticks with his camp, and he's kind of just too cool. Like
Yeah,
there's almost like a fuck off man. Like I'm a superstar celebrity.
yeah,
I'm a god of the
I
game.
can see how it's that way, and it's like,
Well, dude, he
he's-
doesn't hide his burners anymore, too. He just fully do replies himself now. He does not care.
Yeah, I think he
Well-
kills the chemistry of a
Well,
locker
dude,
room.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I do think those burners that came out around the All-Star break were real. I do think I 100% think they're real. And it's just like, dude, what are you doing, man? Like, how old is he? Like 36, 35?
Yeah.
You grow up at some point, dude.
And honestly, probably the most talented basketball player, or could have been basketball player, of our lifetime. I think
Yes.
if he didn't ever get hurt and he didn't ever make crazy decisions or whatever, I think he's like there wouldn't even be a MJ or KD. It would have been just KD so easily.
Wait, but you say that like his game kind of fell off. Like
No, but it has.
the numbers
Oh, yeah.
he puts up are godlike still.
Yeah.
I mean, he might, in my opinion, he's probably the best hooper we've ever seen. Like a basketball player,
I agree with that.
skill wise, I mean, it's unreal.
He gets in his own way.
Dude, for some reason, like, you say all that, and, like, outside of those Warrior teams and, like, a couple of the Thunder teams, like, he's never been a winning player.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, I think the Suns are in a better place without him than they like with a Dylan Brooks and with a Jalen Green. They have a different because when he's out on the court, it's just like even him and Booker. I know they sold the farm for that and sold all those young guys, and some people were happy about that. But I'm like, dude, it doesn't work on the court. as well as it does with Gillespie and this whole other unit. I mean,
Royce
it really
O'Neal.
does. It really does. Like, they are a team that, I mean, I wish weren't in the play-in tournament, but
You're
You can tell
100% right.
They like each other. Booker needs. I know you don't like him, Shay, and truthfully, I'm not impressed by his game either. But Booker needs that like Mikal Bridges, Jalen Green personality in the locker room. Like Booker's shining right now. You can tell he's
Chris
at least
Paul,
having fun.
dude. It was Chris Paul
Dude,
that
I mean,
run, bro.
at some point, they're going to need to retire Chris Paul's number because he's the one that
Changed everything.
that did all that for those teams.
All
Bro,
of them.
you could argue he really set up OKC to be on where they're at.
Yeah, 100%, dude.
like-
They were made the playoffs that year as the 8th seed, right?
Dude, I think they had a
That was
2%.
Shea's first year in OKC, and they had no business making the playoffs. And they like competed with. Oh no, they were the 5 seed, and they
They were the
competed
5
with
seed.
the Rockets.
There's,
ESPN
like-
going into that season had them at a 2% chance of making the playoffs.
Yes,
if I
bro.
remember correctly.
The Rockets beat them in Game 7 of the playoffs that year in the bubble.
Crazy.
Yeah, dude, I'm a Chris Paul truther. Like, I think he's one of those that, like, I bet if we had a graphic of like the guys he got paid to, you know, like when Blake Griffin left the Clippers, when DeAndre Jordan left, whatever, like
Clint
he
Capella.
got. I mean, yeah, I would say DeAndre Ayton got his big money because
Yes,
Chris
dude.
Paul made him look like an amazing dude.
Dude, Dylan, that's a good take.
Like
He
having
got
him like
people
who
paid.
because I think about that all the time when Amari left to go to New York for that $100 million 5-year deal. I was like, dude, he better thank Steve Nash for that.
Nash.
Steve Nash got guys paid because he made them look incredible.
Hey, I've long said Chris Paul's the Suns' best point guard of all time.
Hey, I have too. It's documented. I'm with it. It's so impactful.
Better than Steve Nash.
Yeah, hey, I'll take it. 2-time MVP. I do love that. Yeah, Steve Nash is 2-time MVP back to back.
Man, really? You think better than Steve Nash
Yeah.
for what he did for the Suns?
I think he's
Yeah,
more
for what he
impactful,
did.
dude.
Yeah, man. I mean, as a leader, as like the defense and whatnot, and yeah, like Chris Paul gets memed a ton, and you think about that, like him cutting the lead down to 30 or whatever. But like, yeah, that Suns team that did make the finals run had no business doing it. That was young Mikal Bridges. That was young Cam Johnson, and DeAndre Ayton was like, I mean, a shell of himself. Now DeAndre Ayton and Doncic are on the same team still blows my mind because that was like the pick.
I know.
Blows
I
my
know,
mind.
I know.
And I'm
That would be for another time a really fun, just like reflection. Like Luca could have got De'Aaron Fox, to go who the Suns could have and should have gotten, and the players that we could have had in the draft would be a fascinating 15 minutes.
Dude,
to
I
discuss.
think you know what? I'm probably in minority here, but I don't think I'll ever fault the Suns for making the Ayton
the
pick.
Ayton.
Dude, because he seemed like such a sure thing. They severely needed a big man. He was so dominant at times at U of A that it did 100% seem like the no-brainer. And I'll never fault them for taking him over Luka or Trae
Dylan,
Young.
I hear you. The Trae Young, that makes sense. But Dylan, you're a GM, the Phoenix Suns, and you're looking at everything. You got your private investigators, and you got this kid who's been a professional his entire life. Like, he's not just stepping in the NBA. Like, he's already been a pro.
yeah.
Like, and you've seen him operate at the level of a pro significantly well. How do you just turn that down?
Well, I mean, we were kind of the Suns drafted Dragon Bender. They drafted someone else that was foreign. Like, I feel like there was a time there where, like,
Yeah.
even Europeans were in a bad light. But then suddenly the Suns get bounced by Giannis, Jokic, and Luka, 3 dominant Europeans that was definitely a time where it was like, dude, don't draft the European. We don't know him. We didn't see him play March Madness. Sure, he's cooking over there and wherever he's from, but like, come on, we got I understand that side of things. Now you would say, yeah, dude, draft the Slovenian. Like, that's going to work
Yeah.
out well for you. But, you know, a couple of years ago, that was not the case. And yeah, DeAndre
No,
Ayton
that's a good point.
looked so good in March Madness. And yeah, like, probably would have been out of high school guy if he didn't have to go to college.
Yeah, 100%.
No, that's fair.
So I get it. But also, like, yeah, I mean, I don't get drafting a big anyway, unless they're like a stretch big. Like
Josh Jackson, probably our worst draft pick we've ever done.
That's a tough one.
Josh Jackson, what a bomb, dude.
Dude, yeah. They were like, that's the next Andrew Wiggins. That's the next, no, not at all. Well, we will see. We got a lot of good stuff coming down the pike. Boys, thanks so much for hopping on the DBM. We will do one soon for sure, especially as basketball moves on. The Masters coming around the corner. We know someone who is not in the Masters. Tiger Woods, probably. But yeah, anything else, boys, as we sign off?
This is my seasonal reminder that
Oh, yes.
the Mets are back.
Yeah.
So we'll see how they break my heart this year.
Shaky start, shaky first 20 minutes of the season between the national anthem and giving up 2 runs right away. Paul Skeens,
Get that stolen valor Air Force pilot out of here, dude.
I mean, I did see it was the center fielder's fault. But yeah, I might go check out Citi Field, make sure it's looking all right.
I do have one hot take.
Oh, give it to me.
The Mets will be in the World Series.
I'm seeing them twice this year. One in San Diego, one here in April.
Shay, what are you willing to put on the line for that?
Nothing, because it's not going to happen. It's just in my head.
If they win the World Series this year, you'll get a tattoo.
I'll get a tattoo. Yeah, 100%.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the tattoo year.
If they don't, you come.
If they don't, if they don't make the playoffs, then Shay does a case race by himself.
Wait, say that again?
Yep.
If the Mets don't make
DBN.
the playoffs, you have to do a case race by yourself on the DBN.
A case race? A 24-pack? Okay,
Yeah.
deal.
You do it by
Yeah.
yourself.
Deal.
We will not shut off the live stream till it's gone. Deal. Shay now hopes they don't make the playoffs. Shay is now actively rooting against the Mets.
I'm going to be making some calls.
He's going to be actively rooting against the Mets from here on out. Cody, any last hot takes sending us out?
No hot takes. Thanks for having me. Don't forget to click subscribe, leave a comment, and a like button.
Okay, let me ask you. I'll tee you up real quick, Cody, because I know you're in the thick of it. Mormon Wives. I don't know much about it. Cody, tell me what you're fired up about when it comes to Mormon Wives currently. It can tell where you're at in the series.
Yeah, dude. Girl talk, guy talk, man. Love when those couples get together and they have to have that little conversation with today's drama. Must see television, dude. Talking a scandalous group of people.
Is that Jordan guy
Scandalous.
not the worst person on the planet?
Where I have some takes, I just can't say it on air. I mean, worst.
We'll put it in the Patreon. We'll put it on our Patreon page.
Yep.
Cody's unfiltered hot takes behind a paywall. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're 200 away. Once we hit 1,000, Cody will give his unfiltered thoughts on Mormon Wives and who he thinks should be the next Bachelorette from the show. So awesome. Michigan up 41-22 right now with the first half going down. 2 minutes left. We'll see what happens. I'm guessing Duke wins it all. That's my final pick. Duke wins it all. Boys, give your final pick, and we'll wrap it
Okay.
up.
I'm going to say Michigan.
Michigan. Cody, take someone that hasn't been said.
Yeah, on my bracket, I got Illinois. They're still in it.
Illinois.
Dude, you know what? I've become a believer in Illinois. I can see it. I can see it happening.
Thank you.
If they win, I win. Go
If
Brook
there-
Madness.
If
So.
there's anyone who's
I'll take
ridiculed me about that pick, it's been you, Shay. So that,
Dude, it's
that means-
because-
that means a lot.
It's because the times I watched them, they did not look good.
Yeah, interesting. Because I've always thought they're a fun. They're the perfect balance of Hooper that I was talking about and just basketball players.
Dude, I think the one game I watched of them, like the whole game, was when Michigan went to Illinois and just ran them out of the gym.
Yeah. Dude,
But to me, that said more about Michigan than Illinois, honestly.
yeah, dude, if I had to bet all my money, I'm going Duke. They're just a well-rounded team. I can't see U of A winning it all. I'm still not impressed. So until they win it, they'll have the I told you so.
All right. Well, since we all picked someone else, they probably will win it on the DBN. That's how it goes. Thanks so much. Tune in next time. We'll be here with the hot takes. Love you, boys. Thanks for.
Hey, one nice thing. Shout out Jeff Nadeau. Let's go.
Wow, Nadeau Cruz, stand up.
All right, later, boys.
Later, boys.